he's just trying to solve whatever audio issues he's experiencing.
Oh, he was having audio issues. Okay, I thought it was me.
No, I heard it like disconnect. I haven't heard him speak at all. No, he had audio. Not plugged in. That would definitely cause a problem.
How about now?
Yes.
It is well.
Alright, guys. Who wants to recap? And do we have anything we need to discuss first? Oh, Marco's asking about what vampires are. Do I need to answer that, or is that the facetious question?
I don't know.
It's so you guys know Mark Hannigan, the original creator of World of Darkness, right?
I do now.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Well, he's actually did like a Facebook group where he's working on a completely new style game, new setting, and I'm part of that group, and we're actually working on like redefining, or kind of like reimagining like the concept of vampires, and he has it to where they're more of like this infernal type of creature, and so there was just a question that I was pondering, like, considering like their origin story, like how would they be classified, because if Lilith was a mage presumably, and
that sounds really interesting. If I might say, I prefer biological vampires other than magical. That's just myself. I don't know if you ever read that novel, which I forget about those people who are not sentient in the spaceship. It's a sci-fi, and they have like these vampires which are a subspecies of humankind. They prey on humans, and they have this hyper awareness that if they see angles which are I forget the name in English, 90-degree angles, their brain just goes on fritz, and they went to extinction because humanity began to build these huge building projects, and they could just not live in the cities because of pattern recognition. I absolutely love that concept for vampires, at least.
That's really weird. Okay.
Any kind of immortal parasitic entity, I would say, is a vampire, unless you're looking for something like what vampires do.
it was somebody made a statement once that the Beast was a demon, so that vampires were like half human, half demon, and
that is a common interpretation. At least in the World of Darkness setting, I believe it's interpreted as some kind of
external force.
Yeah, external spirit or force, but not necessarily a demon itself. I know what you're talking about.
There's multiple things in World of Darkness they refer to as demons, because even changelings can be referred to them as something. There's also like the pagan myth. I think vampires came from the Morrigan, which is some kind of pagan demon, Celtic.
yeah.
There's a bunch of different origin mythos for vampires. There's very different kinds all over the world. So I don't think there's any one answer.
You got the Japanese butthole monster.
Yes, Asian vampires are weird, man. We have like this Brazilian vampire folklore with Matthew Dawkins absolutely ignored for fucking Big Nail, which I absolutely hate. It's basically this the Unyutu, the fucking Brazilian Sunken Legacy. literally means big nail. It's a myth from a single city in the middle of fucking nowhere. I had to Google it. It means big nail. I don't know why. We have a common myth all across Brazil called Saci Pererê, which is a black guy with a magical cap, a single feet, and you can trap it with like a bottle and a cross on the cork. It's fucking like super rich tale, man. And they're fucking bizarre. Like sometimes they are benevolent, sometimes they are like fucking evil. I really like them, and they're weird as fuck. But they do drink blood from horses.
I don't know. I would think of them as a natural evolution from human. They're obviously the next step up on the feeding chain, but then you get into the theological aspect. So it's about, if it was a curse from God or something like that, then they predate probably humans.
I actually kind of
Well,
like.
not predate, but they're coexist.
I actually
Well,
kind of.
if you watch the Croods, they hated the Homo sapiens and Neanderthals. So
I actually like that idea that they're an evolved form of human.
Yeah, I like. They're just like Homo superior or something,
unless you watch that movie Daybreakers, where they ran out of their food source because there was no more humans to feed on, and they end up feeding on themselves. They go crazy.
That movie is super
That
dumb,
one
but I
rocks.
fucking love it. It's super dumb, but I fucking love it.
It's a great flick that I haven't seen since I saw it once. So I feel like if I watch it again, it'd be really dumb.
Oh, it's so dumb. Like the dude driving the car, and he's got like all the screens showing him the street. Like it wouldn't work that way. You'd have so many blind spots.
I thought that was cool.
It was cool as shit, but I mean, when you think about it, though, you really don't.
I like
think
the
it would.
Starbucks making the blood drinks. That was pretty dope.
They're bringing in like champagne bottles and shit.
Alright, so unless there's any other business here, we've got two things going on right now. Does anyone want to recap what happened with?
Oh, yes, I want to. Flavius had a brilliant plan to get Silver and Blood, and then the druidic murder hobo fucked it all up.
Druidic murder hobo. I can live with this.
No. Okay, so there's a part you're getting completely wrong. You insulted people constantly until the murder hobo got tired of hearing it and attacked people.
Well, actually, you guys are all forgetting the part where my sword told me to murder somebody.
I can't hear that sword.
None of us do that, actually. I don't think even, like, out of character we do that.
Oh, well.
No, you didn't,
There you
because
go.
I purposely told her off of the chat. Yeah, no, I
Well,
had that.
maybe we don't game until midnight, okay? Maybe Holly's brain don't work so good.
Hey, as far as I know, we were attacking him for no reason, and I was like, oh, okay, I
I
can deal with it.
warned you that I was gonna kill him because he was gonna report us into Mithras, and I didn't trust him, and he was probably gonna die. You said,
No,
let me get the gold first.
like
and then,
Holly.
Yeah.
Holly, I don't care. I'm having fun. Just like I see, it's just like why. But no, don't worry. I like her dynamic. So if I die, I will meet
go with it
another.
too.
Another Roman soldier who's like on the side of Rome. I have a few ideas, and probably a Scythide since they are hard to kill.
Alright, and then we also have Callum, who is off doing his own thing in his home village, who,
No, I'm not there anymore.
well, okay, where are you now then?
I'm hanging out with Thor, apparently.
No Hercules, wasn't it?
Well, that's what he called himself, but like,
Okay, he's not
It-
Thor yet.
okay, but like, you totally posted a picture of Chris Hemsworth as Thor, and he was summoning thunder and lightning.
It's the name Thor, like, 400 years later. His original name is Donar, which is the word we get thunder.
I am mad
I
because
get you. I understand what you're saying, Matt. I'm just saying.
It is both Thor and Hercules, yes. So
Yeah.
Thor and Hercules, and who knows how many other figures. But yeah, you were hanging with him, but you didn't. You said you were just gonna kind of step away with him and have this conversation. So I assumed area and you're not engaging in this combat. But you are having a conversation with Thor, who has given you quite a bit of information that you wanted to process as you were abandoning your children.
Okay, hold on now. Don't put it like that, because Holly was like, oh, they're like, they don't have a family of any kind. They're orphans now, but like we don't know that, And on top of that, they're self-sufficient, and there's a community around them, even if it is a weakened community. Like the tribes took care of each other, and they took care of their own, and the way they functioned, children were communally raised in some of them. So like the kids are fine.
Dad of the year.
Like, I understand, yes, that it's callous what he did, and that's on purpose because humanity is low. But I'm also saying, like, relax. They're going to be okay. They're not just gonna die because I left.
100% dead.
I mean, they may still die, but you're making a point.
I will side with Callum. In antiquity, including small villages, children were raised communally. So while he's doing these callous, it's not that egregious by the time standards, at least from my little research.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember hearing anything about, orphans having to steal to survive, or dying, or working and living terrible lives. I don't remember anything about that.
Yeah, that was much later.
That is actually like in large cities. Rome actually had that, like Rome the city. But like small villages, children were like propriety of the there was a little sense of individualism. Everyone was living communally because they were like small communities and such.
Anyway,
Alright, I'll allow it.
I'm assuming that they're gonna mostly be okay, barring, like famine and disease. Which could totally happen. I don't know.
It is happening. Their crops are rotting early, I told you.
Yeah. It's just it's a thing, it's the direction I think that is best for this character because of the level his humanity is at right now to better portray his detachment.
Yep, it's pretty monstrous. That's why I'm highlighting it. Alright, so that's where we're at right now. Rita just had to step away to go deal with the kid again, so we're going to go ahead and start with Callum, and then we'll get into the combat when she gets. So, Callum, you were walking away with Thor, not Thor, Donar, who will later be Thor. Heracles, we'll call him Heracles. You were wandering away with Heracles. Any particular direction you're heading, or just walking, talking?
Well, recall that he had asked me where my companions were, and I told him that they should be en route to Iska. That is
Londinium.
Londinium,
yeah,
right?
No, Londinium. That's right. Iska is where we were at before. And so, and he was asking me about okay, well, what happened? I was like, well, that's a whole story. We can be on our way, and I can tell you about it on the way there.
Okay, so...
Yeah, if I might say, Iska is where Mitras is at, not where we were before.
We were
at least
physically in Iska. We were.
Oh, okay. I wasn't there.
Yeah,
Right.
but before you joined the game, they had a whole adventure in Iska, and that's where they had encountered Germanicus initially.
Yeah, and that's when we left with Germanicus, and then we ran into you. So right before we met you, we were in Iska.
Okay. Janish and Gaius, how do you guys feel about cutting the sword from the druid's hand?
You can have that conversation in character.
No, yes. I will be proposing that because.
Bow before your queen, fool.
Oh, I mean, just so you know, Regina is actually an insult for Romans. It's what Caesar was called when he first became Dictator of Life. Rex is an insult. That's why they use Imperator. So, as far as
Hawaii?
No, like king, because the last Roman king was like this despot, and the Republic overthrew him. Rex became an insult. So when Caesar became dictator for life, quote unquote, people like were insulting him, calling him Rex Caesar, and Regina Caesar. I forget, which is the feminine of Rex. And so that's why they call Jesus the King of the Jews, because to a Roman, king was an insult. That's why the title Princeps, which comes from the Princeps Senator, the first speaker of the Senate, and the Imperator, which is Victoria General, comes from. So every time Rita is calling herself queen, Flavius is just like laughing because she's calling herself a queen.
Damn, Gina. Alright, so, you're walking away with Heracles. Let me set you up with the last line he delivered to you, which is that, the All-Father sent me to retrieve your cohort. The royal family is to gather at New Olympus, where the times are dire. The matron Freya is missing, and a talon of the great worm Jormungandr, the fell sword Caliburn, has awakened. Where are they, your cohort? To which you responded, Londinium. And then you said it's a long story, so you're walking and talking.
Yeah, so, this, Caliburn I was already aware of. It is a blade.
It takes many forms.
It has attached itself to Britta.
He stops dead in his tracks.
She pulled it from a creature of some sort made of earth. Monster of earth and stone.
I take it then that you failed to detain Germanicus?
Well, we found him, and we were. Is he staying like still? Like
He has stopped dead in his tracks and is just looking up to the sky. He hasn't even, looked.
okay. So I'll say to him, we found him, and he is the one who led us to this Caliburn. He was attempting to obtain it for himself, but Britta took it, and
Not exactly how that went down.
that is exactly what happened. From my perspective, that is exactly what happened. And while he was there with us, it was a strange set of circumstances. Another immortal made of shadows appeared, and then Mithras showed up again with he was somehow controlling and speaking through a mortal.
The gods display many such traits. Yes, he was likely engaging in a form of possession where he just places the mortal's mind and takes over it himself.
Well, he conjured fire and harmed the shadowy one, and we were able to escape with our lives, but unfortunately, Germanicus managed to flee after that. They were tracking him down, I believe. That is why they were going to Londinium. If that's what I recall, right? He used Dominate on him to go to Londinium, and they went that way.
Correct, yeah, he told him to basically not stop except for the sun and to head directly to Londinium.
Yeah, so he was commanded by Mithras to return to Londinium. That is why that was their destination.
And he likely lacked the fortitude to resist it. The fell sword drains the will, the spirit of the one who holds it, eventually rendering them only a thrall to Jormungandr. Do you know of the Jormungandr?
I don't.
Then let me tell you. For you must know why we must now destroy your sibling.
I kind of blink.
He takes in a deep inhale of air he no longer needs, and then lets out a colossal sigh. Long ago, when the servants of the Creator walked this earth still, the creatures of this world came together in concert. Their reason was simple. Children desire to know their parents, and so it was that the beings of this world yearned to commune with the one who made it. To this end, a great tower was built, a tower so high that it stretched into the heavens itself, the belief being that, by elevating one's physical form from the world, we could ascend to the higher realms where the Creator resided. And a higher spirit did answer. But it was not our Creator. It was the great worm, the Jormungandr. The worm shared knowledge and power with those that would turn from the Creator and give this reality over to the worm. With the guidance of the tower's stewards, the worm launched emissaries to spread its influence in our realm and turn its denizens. And thus Caliburn descended from the stars, striking a hole deep within the world. From that hole crawled Britannia.
That is not how my people tell it.
Oh?
But it's interesting to know there's many things I've been proven wrong on.
Seeing the folly, the Creator returned briefly like an inattentive parent to deal with the results of his absence, and he sundered the tower and departed again as quickly as he returned.
Okay. Are you talking?
Yeah, I've been cutting.
Oh, okay.
But the All-Father, keeper of prophecies, sage that he is, he would not turn his back on his Creator so quickly. He stole into what remained of the tower, seized the blessed stones, and tried to commune once more with the Creator, to beg for the life of this world and for the Creator's return. The All-Father, too, communed with the primordial spirit. But again, it was not that of our Creator. And it was not the Jormungandr. It was Yggdrasil, the spirit from which all life spiraled southwards. The All-Father drank deeply of the world's tree's essence. As a result, the All-Father cannot truly die until the end times when the Jormungandr again descends into our world. And this is the threat that we now face. The end of all things. Fire from the skies. Ragnarok. He turns and faces you, waiting a response.
It's one of those things like you don't know how to really respond to. It's like, oh, hey, the world's gonna end. You know what I mean? Like, so Callum's kind of like a bit like he's taking it in. He's a bit silent, just kind of like thoughtful.
I mean, depending on how devout Callum was in life, you may not even accept this at all.
Everything that he has encountered so far has kind of turned whatever beliefs he had on their head. So at the moment, he is not immediately discounting whatever he's saying. He's not, believing he's taking it with a grain of salt, but it's like, there's whatever. It may not be that, but it's probably pretty close because there's things that's been happening that just you can't explain. So he'll say, and this end.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
And this end. And he kind of paused for a second. How does it come about exactly?
I know not exactly how it will come. I know only that the Fell Sword's awakening is a precursor to the end. Reawakening. If we sever the link between you and your sibling, we can place the sword back at rest.
creatures, the wolfmen, what role do they play? They seem to be living around this caliber.
I am
Close by.
familiar with the Wolfmen. Where was Caliburn? When at rest, we cannot scry into Britannia.
I, out of character, don't remember exactly. I know we went to the north.
If you just want to tell location in your character, that's fine.
Like telling him like as close as I can. It was here. I came straight from there to here, and was going to meet them in Londinium. So, if you want, I could take you straight there where it was, but I don't think that would be helpful.
It would not, but it does explain why a thick mist now clouds the north of Britannia and the surroundings. It made navigation quite difficult.
There are other parts to my tale you must hear. Other
Please.
considerations. Mithras, we met him multiple times. He did not. I can tell it was within his power to kill us, but he did not. He allowed the others even to strike him.
Strange.
He put up a token resistance. We were unable to harm him at all, but yet he allowed us to escape. And after that is when we found Caliburn with Germanicus.
From what I know, the Sun King is fickle, little more than a madman. I've not encountered him personally.
He wanted the blade for himself.
Out of character, are you telling him this knowing that that's not 100%?
That's what he said, is to bring it to me.
Yeah, he wanted it brought to him, but he also stated to you in his encounter with Germanicus that the blade was, quote, useless in his hand. So I just want to remind you of that because it was months.
Oh, I didn't remember that part. I just remember he wanted it, so.
Okay, yeah, he did want it, but he can't wield it, so I'm just pointing that out.
So I guess instead of saying that, he wanted to use the blade, but said he could not hold it himself. I suppose he knew the danger.
He would be well versed in it. He is well versed in, not occult or, esoteric arcane knowledges. He likely knows as much as the Allfather, having lived almost as long.
There is another within this entanglement.
Yeah?
Some sort of witch who invaded my mind. Called herself, and I recite exactly what she told me to say to Mithras that one time. Because she dominated me. It was ingrained into my mind.
Okay, cool.
What was the title she said that I had to call her? The Lich, and she had all this.
Lich.
Yeah. She invaded my mind and was able to control me, force me to seek out Mithras.
Lich, which in your language just means corpse.
Yeah. I did not see her, but she is powerful.
So
She was able to control me and demand that Mithras come to her in her territory, as she claimed it was her land.
Likely petty squabbling amongst the unenlightened of our ilk.
Well, she raised the dead.
He arcs an eyebrow at this.
Yes.
Raises the dead.
They come back changed under her thrall, it seemed.
In what way?
To be used as tools, instruments, still dead, but moving.
someone else I knew long ago, back in my native Greece. Perhaps we can use this lich against Mithras, should the time come. But for the time being, all that matters is putting the fell sword back to rest.
To Londinium, then.
I suppose. Here.
I attempted to send a message to the Allfather.
Your message, my understanding, was received.
Good.
Although I have not spoken at length with the Allfather, I was sent immediately to gather his children. They are all across the world. However, the fell sword is of such importance that I can delay my mission. Will you accompany me in putting the fell sword back to rest?
Yes.
I do want to caution you. You, too, likely share Odin's gift, being a direct childer of his. Though I wouldn't want to be the one to test it. At this he eyes your bloody flesh and grimaces. You haven't died again already.
I only have one wound level at this point. But it's an aggravated wound level.
It's an ag wound, and not only that, I assume your clothing has not been repaired.
No. No, it has not. I haven't really had the time.
Right, so he asked you again. You haven't died again already, have you?
I came close to it.
Just know that the fell sword will tear right through any resistance you may have.
It seems that my form is more resilient than ever before, but I understand. There are things that are harmful. Can you explain more about this new state I find myself in? Are we all different? Are our weaknesses different?
This is a good opportunity. Are you okay with hand waving how he gives you the explanation?
Yes, but that's exactly what I was going for. Like, open up, tell me how vampirism works.
Okay, he explains to you at length aggravated damage, how everything works.
Alright, wooden stakes and all that?
Yes, but for you, he doesn't say wood, he says mistletoe.
Oh. Okay. Alright. I'm still not aware of my vulnerability to silver, am I?
No, you are, because you were touched by Mithras' silver dagger.
Okay, then I will bring that up. About my flesh being, like, burned away by, silver.
He motions you closer to him.
Okay.
I dare not speak above a whisper. But it is said that the Allfather, too, shares that vulnerability. Yet another die of your blood then. I actually whispered. Did you hear any of that?
Yes, I did. I heard.
Sorry.
So, I imagine Callum is kind of, like, looking down at, like, where he was wounded by that, and just thinking on it, you know, not really, like, saying anything in response, just kind of like, you know, like, interesting. Filing that one away.
That's what you're filing away from this?
No, there's a lot of other things, but that particular detail, like, the hint that he might also share this weakness from me, and that, like, I'm getting some of my own, like, traits from him, that's something that Callum is like, okay.
Okay, but you caught that your character doesn't die all the way, right?
No. I didn't quite catch that, no.
Okay. He stated to you, broken up, that basically the Allfather can't die because he drank from the primordial spirit, Yggdrasil, what they call Yggdrasil. And that this has likely been passed on to you, and it's further evidence that you're vulnerable to silver. Apparently, the All-Father is the true immortal and cannot be destroyed. You may also share this same trait, is what he says. Although, he wouldn't want to be the one to test it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
And then asked if you've tested it, basically, is what he asked. Like, oh, hey, have you died yet?
No, I came close, and yeah, no, I misunderstood that whole that question as being like, you know, did you come close to true death? Like he was making a joke, not a like legitimate like, did you die?
As far as your character is concerned, with this development, I just want to, out of character, let you know how it works. Your character has the equivalent of the Protean 9 power, detailed in Dark Age V20, the Phoenix Resurrection power. Yours functions as written there.
Oh. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. All right.
Yeah, except, and he warned you, very crucially, Caliburn can blow right through that. So I just wanted to make sure you understood the stakes before you agreed to go with the NPC and take on your former party.
I'm
Betrayal.
Hold on now. Hold on. It's just Britta, not the rest of them. Britta's the only one.
The others serve me. They wouldn't dare turn on their king.
No, they don't.
No one serves you.
They're only there because someone else told them to be. The same guy who is now telling him to come get me.
Look, man.
What's
the point is they're here with me?
The whole look, Yanish and guys, they're probably fine.
Do you really want to hand this sword over to that guy? Whatever, I ain't even there. It's fine. Whatever. It's cool.
Well, I've got I have every reason to believe that he is saying what he believes to be the truth.
Yeah, I mean, you can roll any check if you want to roll that, but that's fine. He's not trying to deceive you in any way.
He might be wrong. I don't know, but what he's saying sounds like a reasonable thing for him to believe.
Let me look up a power real quick.
So yeah.
I need to see if he can take another person with him.
Okay.
I mean, he teleported in to see you, so...
Oh, I didn't know that's what he did. Are you looking at, is it the thaumaturgy teleporting power?
Yeah, I'm looking for Mercury.
It's okay. So in the 20th anniversary edition, they actually changed the name and put it in a different book. It's not in the core. It is in. Yeah, they changed the name. I believe it's in Rights of the Blood, and it's called something different. Hold on. Because it was a Dura and Key, I believe, or it was an alternate, one of those other, not Dura and Key, maybe it's a Sentai sorcery. That's what it was.
What you're looking for, Andrew?
Path of Mercury.
The teleporting one. Yeah, here it is.
Okay,
It's on page 165 of Rights of the Blood. It's the Path of Prapti, the Sadhana path. That's the teleporting one. They changed the name. They made it mostly a Sentai thing. But other people might know it as a different name. The Tremere reverse engineered it into what they call the Path of Mercury. That's what it says.
I just need to know if he can take more than one person. I wasn't sure if it's a self only or not. Yeah, this isn't in V20 Modern. That's so dumb.
No, it's
in Rise of the Blood. I'm telling you, man.
Let me
reading it.
let me send it to you. Band of Mercury thing. I missed the sub there.
Okay, so it depends on the number of successes that you roll. The more successes you get, the more you can teleport with you. So you get a single success, it's your nude body, and that's it. Each additional success is an additional 20 pounds that you can bring with you.
What's the roll?
It's just like any other thaumaturgy. You roll willpower. And
Okay.
Yeah, and so the distance determines the level that you're using. And so if you're going 5 miles, that's level 4, and up to 500 miles is level 5.
It's the level 5.
Okay, so that's level 5, so then it's 3 plus 5, so 8. That's the difficulty. And there's modifiers for the difficulty. If it's intimate, like if it's your own haven, -1. If you go there regularly, 0. If it's unfamiliar, and you've only visited a couple of times, +1. Very unfamiliar, but a known location, is +2.
Alright, he's got 5 successes.
Okay, so that's what did that say was?
I thought you said it was like 20 pounds per or something?
Yeah. They can take 100 pounds with him.
Okay. I don't know how this works, like, if he rolls it and then gets to teleport or something, because otherwise there's like a chance that he's like, hey, come with me, and then in any case, also, can you just shapeshift to match that weight restriction?
I mean,
Does Protean change your mass?
So if I turn into a flying form, it does.
It has to.
That said, because he has knowledge of this path, he knows that normally, like, it takes a lot of successes to be able to bring someone along. So he might have, like, beforehand said, "Hey, turn into something small."
Okay, yeah, that'll work. Okay, and Protean does change your mass. So, okay, there you go. Alright, so yeah, he can actually teleport you, pretty sure, all the way to right outside Stadium.
Okay, well then I will take off a blood point for shapeshifting.
Like, that's not more than 500 miles, right? That might be the...
Just gonna have to do it a couple of times. Alright, I'm turning into a raven then. My 2 forms are raven and wolf. Felt raven was appropriate over bat for who my sire. He's a raven, right? Not a crow?
Yeah, okay.
That's what I thought. Okay, yeah, so raven.
There's no scale on this map.
Make it up.
Yeah, F it. Let's just say he takes you guys as far as Lindum, and he can roll it.
Just Matt, everyone is on the Lubu Value map. You want me to put on the plains map here?
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay. So just did them. Also, I learned that there were no topographical maps in the time of the Romans. They usually made the maps from marching distances. So this is completely anachronistic. Not that it really matters.
Oh, didn't know that. Okay, so he's just going to teleport you a couple of times to get you closer to the Londinium area. You should be no more than a couple hours away when you guys arrive outside the city. So, do you have any any other questions right now, or do you want to take some time to prepare what you're going to do here? Because you're basically going to have to deal with Germanicus, assuming you made it here first, your former party, and then if Mithras is showing up in Londinium or is already here, then you're in a hostile territory. I assume you're going to want to think this out for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on though. We do have a map for Londinium, so we can go ahead and throw. Oh, I can't separate players on this, can I?
Yes, you can. Just which one do you want? The Lyle team? Oh, I see. Here's Londinium. Everyone's on Londinium now. If you want to put the players here, you just select the token and place it over the map like this. So now I have Callum here. This is Callum's token.
Okay, and Callum can see Londinium even if I move this over to a different map?
No. Everyone's going to see the same map every time. You can set different maps.
But if you give me just a second,
Just take a snap of it, yeah.
I'll take a screenshot so that I can look at it, and then you guys can go do your thing. Hold on, let me zoom out a little bit so I see the whole thing. Okay, go ahead.
Alright, let's go over and do our combat now, guys. When we had left off, Ruta had broken between the two Azamites and basically went to go stab the prince in the back, and that's where we were starting.
Just that if you wanna do like a turn order like this, where we did just select the token for the prince and the two guards, and this is going to keep track for you. I'll just set initiative for everyone. Turn. And enter. Here.
Did we already roll initiative?
No.
No, not yet.
Hold on.
Oh, whoops. Where's it from? Control button. Okay, guys, let's do our initiative. It's going to be, what is it? Dex, wits, and any celerity you have. And then roll it.
Alright, let me roll my initiative, which is thankfully for myself, I'm already in shadow form. So that's fine. Go. Everyone can place their own initiatives, so just saying. Only you have 16. There. Jilish and Gaius have 13 as well. Okay. 13. And 20.
Wait, how do
So,
I
Rita,
add myself to turn order?
You're already in there.
Your turn. There.
Oh, mine only shows the Assamites and the Prince. Okay.
Oh, you can't see the other players?
No, they can't.
No, not on my screen. I can only see Assamite, Duranas, and Prince. I see everyone on the screen, but in turn order, it doesn't show any of the player.
Well, everyone should be. It's Assamite, Duranas, Brita, me, Janish, Gaius, and Prince. Prince is the last one. Just the
Not on my screen. Is anyone else seeing all those other characters?
I can see the Assamite, Duranos, Brita, Prince, Gish, Gaius.
Oh, okay, I probably messed up some setting on mine. Sorry, guys.
Okay. Alright, so you go to draw your weapon, and the one who identified himself as Duranas attempts to disappear.
Yeah, right.
Alright, I need the highest wits plus alertness we have.
Might be me.
My wits latest is at whooping 4.
I've got just wits, so
I got a 6. Plus my
I've got
Auspex.
5, so that makes Marco the winner.
Highest is a 6? Okay.
Plus my Auspex.
It's an obfuscate power, so what is your offset?
3.
Okay, yeah, that won't factor in. Like 3 successes. Okay, so he doesn't entirely vanish from your view, but instead appears kind of ghost-like and translucent, like he's stepped into another realm of existence, almost astrally projecting or something.
They gotta roll wits courage.
Do they? Even at a... if they don't get a full success?
Yeah, because he's partially vanished. It's easier for vampires than humans, but
Okay, yeah. Roll it. Wits courage, guys. Difficulty 5.
I was just leaving the like secret.
Oh, you can't see him, so it doesn't matter. You're fine.
Okay. All right. Just.
I have 3 successes. Does Iron Will have any effect on this?
No, it's a wits courage, so your willpower doesn't factor into it.
I got 2.
Okay. We're just looking for 1 success. So.
I got 3.
Okay. Anybody else? No, I think it's the only 3 there. Okay. Second guy. vampire makes a motion with a blade, but it's tough to see what it is. If anyone wants to make a perception alertness, they can.
I'll do it.
Okay. DC of 7. Unless you have some means of seeing in this low light.
Like Auspex.
Yeah, 7. Auspex will do it. It'll lower it by your Auspex rating, so 7 minus whatever.
7 minus. Yeah. Okay, so. I see you.
Okay, so what's the result?
I got
Okay, so with the successes, I think you and Britta both see it. He has taken a small dagger he's drawn from his waist, and in the same motion drew it up against his palm. So the dagger has been coated. Whichever one can guess what it is. Okay, Britta, your turn. Go ahead and make your stab.
So just Dex and melee, right?
It's going to be Dex melee, yeah, and make sure you add in your penalty for using Caliber.
What's my penalty now that I'm at 4 humanity? I thought it was gone.
It's -1, -1, I think. Here, I'll pull up the doc again. Yeah, -1 on the attack. And then the damage has 0 on it, so the damage.
What's his AC? Like 5? Probably like 5.
AC is going to be 6. It's always 6.
Fine, 3 successes.
3 successes? Okay. Go ahead and hit. He's not thinking to dodge this. He wasn't expecting this.
Dope. Can you remind me what the damage is on Caliburn? I forget. It was something.
Zeroed out. It's a zeroed out lethal. So it's strength plus 0, lethal. Let's see. No, luster is a defensive ability. Counts as a silver weapon.
I do want to add potence. Can I get specialization for Bear Woman?
Is this strength?
Yeah, it's damage.
Okay, because there's no. Okay, I wasn't sure if there was a potency specialization you were trying to take, because that's not a thing. So, yeah, I'll give it to you this one.
Awesome. And I'm spending a blood to get automatic successes on my 3 potence.
Okay.
So that's 7 points of damage. Silver special shenanigans.
Okay, he's going to flip up reflexively.
Does he crumble before my might?
Let's see, I was doing a blood loss. Hang on. How much damage do you roll? Okay, yeah, he's gonna auto soak some of that. So he's gonna spend a blood on Fortitude. Soak 3 of that, and then he's okay.
So what happens?
All right, what you do is you go for a stab at him, and you stab into his like leather jerkin that he's wearing. It digs in deep underneath him, but your blade encounters a little bit of resistance. You're able to push through, just kind of dragging up against his ribs, before you pull the blade back out. He takes 2 points of damage.
Damn, he blocked 5 points of damage without looking.
Well, he has Fortitude.
Oh, that's cheap.
Don't worry, Brita. I'm going to envelop him in shadow. You can attack later.
Sure go.
One of the things about Fortitude, Holly, is that, like, unless it's sunlight or fire, you can spend 1 blood point and ignore your Fortitude damage, including aggravated.
Cheap bastard. Damn.
Yeah, I've been buffing it, like, taking points of it.
Yanish, from your perspective, all that you've heard is a cry go out, basically, and then Uranus kind of like faded from view. That's all that you know is going on right now, because you're actually not seeing what has been.
I don't see him.
Look at where you are on the map. You're kind of just around the corner there, so you can step in to see them, but you were far enough back that you basically heard the prince cry out.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all you.
Oh.
Oh, and you saw the Azimite do that weird thing where he faced you.
Okay.
Oh, you did also see the other guy drag the knife against his palm, so you know something is afoot.
Yeah.
Just start stabbing people.
Oh, I got plans.
Just everyone right next to you. Just say, bye, Gaius. That's what Holly did.
Have everyone let the Vitae sword.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I didn't stab everyone. I stabbed the prince guy who was definitely going to betray us anyway.
Look. We're going to need to have a talk after that, but no, he wasn't going to betray. What is he going to do? Tell him, oh yeah, sorry, Beatrice, we are kind of stealing silver and such, and Rome came to collect, so this guy from Rome, Patrician, and Beatrice is going to say what? Yes, people were stealing silver.
He don't give no dams. If we handed him over, Mithras would be like, okay, you have whatever you want. He'd be happy.
I missed a detail during my narration. The blood, the Vitae that runs along Caliburn once you stab it into him, it doesn't fall to the floor. It basically absorbs into the blade. It like seeps into it, almost like it's in. So Yanish, what are you doing?
Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me pull up the thingy. All right. Who's this? Solda person? Gaius.
Gaius is Gaius. Yeah, that's just his full name.
Okay.
That's the Malkavian.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I could move this thing. Gotta move this turn order out of the way. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll move like right here. Keep my eye on Mr. Azimuth.
Okay, do you do anything else?
Currently no, because Gaius is in the way.
Flavius, your go. You have heard the prince cry out in pain. In addition, you just closed a portal to the abyss with it saying the word Vortigern over and over in your head.
Yeah, like it's the abyss. happens. So your boy Flavor Flavis is going to walk here, see what's going on, envelop the prince since Brita stabbed him, which lowers all his dice pools by 5. And I'm going to spend 1 block, my manipulation of gold 7 die, to spawn a lot of tentacles in order to bind him. We are going to deal with whatever this is later. Alright?
Okay, so you are going to engulf him, and then you're dropping tentacles where?
Around him. So here, and here. Just drill them. Like, just 2.
Oh, okay, and it's only going to be affecting his where?
Yeah, the one next to him. It's and they get 2 turns, the tentacles. I don't know how you want to handle them.
Let's just have them go on your turn.
Okay, then they're going to embrace they're going to try and hold the prince in place. Remember, his dice pools are 5 because that's my obtenebration, and his dice pools are lowered by 5 overall. So
Wait, hang on. His dice pool is lowered by 10?
by 5.
Okay, by 5, and then he's got wound penalties too. Okay, so he's at a total. Unless wound penalties overlap.
What's lowering his dice pool to 5/5?
My obtenebration, because I'm in shadow form already. When I closed the portal, I was in shadow form, so now I am above him. And since I'm literally above him because I'm a shadow, and I'm enveloping.
Big power. The way I recall obtenebration, it works a little bit different than what you're saying.
I just need to be over him. It's a movement action. At least as I recall, it's
Okay. No, never mind. You're right. Never mind.
Correct.
You're using Tenebrous Avatar, and
Yeah.
Okay. Ignore me.
Okay, so you've engulfed him, and then you're summoning the arms, and the arms
Yeah.
are going to grapple him? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, they get to tackle him. Their stats are 5. And by the way, since I have me, Brita, and the arms flanking him, his difficulty to dodge should be higher. I'm not exactly sure how Dark Ages does that, or how you're running. But I get 2 attacks. So I'm just going to roll the 5 dots for their stat, for the arms.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. That's fine.
Alright.
Did he get
Wow.
rolls on this?
I mean, he can dodge, but since has he already dodged this turn?
He has not dodged, but he hasn't really gotten a turn yet. He just got stabbed. It's not that he's gonna dodge. He can't really dodge in this situation. He's got tentacles in front of him, and a guy person stabbing him in the back. What he can try to do is overpower these tentacles, can't he? So he'll try and
Yes, but I think he can parry right now, so it's an attack turn. But he needs to beat my successes, and just he has his -7. I got 4 successes, to which I'm really glad.
Okay, what's the opposed roll on a roll?
I think so. Also, while I'm doing this, I am saying that he is a very bad host, and he shames the Roman Empire by his shoddy manners. I am very offended, sir. Very, very offended.
He can't even come up with something pithy in this situation. Like, he's just getting gangbanged from all sides, so hang on.
Oh no, of course. I'm just saying that Flavius interjects that if he's going to die, he needs to know how rude he was before he dies.
Okay, let's see. Clinch.
At worst, you're doing like bludgeoning damage with that, so like he's probably fine.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to hold him in place to make it difficult for him to move. Since my enveloping him and Brita just stabbing him, it's the ideal solution. Because he's going to be much weaker with less die.
Well, all he needs to do is escape, and then 1 point of celerity, and like fucking bolt out of there. He'll probably be fine.
Okay, I see how it works. Okay, you grab him and hold him until his next action, and then on his turn, he gets to make a resisted roll.
Okay. The other tentacle is going to try to hold him as well. Difficulty lowered because the first tentacle managed to hold him.
I'll allow a lower difficulty, but the difficulty on a hold is supposed to be one higher to begin with. So, did you factor that in before?
I got 2 successes with that, so it's 4 successes per your rolls. But here's the thing: since I summoned 2 and 1 has grabbed him, he should have a harder time dodging. So my accuracy roll should be a little higher. Should be a little lower. Sorry.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It is lower because the base DC is at a +1 to hold someone. So it is at a base now. It is at a 0.
Yes, but one tentacle out of the 2 has already grabbed him. So I'm having the 2 tentacles grab him so they are in place. Because the more people around him, the harder difficulty for him to leave it is. And I have 2 tentacles, 5 strength total holding him. Or like legs or
What? Okay, so the way that works within the rules is that he gets a difficulty increase for each opponent, and the tentacles count as opponents, and it's each opponent after 2. So with 3 opponents, he gets a +1 to his difficulties.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll for the second. Alright, tentacles, don't fail me now. Woohoo! 4 successes again. Yay! This guy is bound.
Okay, so we've got 4 and 4.
Yep.
I mean, if he's a Bruja, which I suspect he is, like, 1 point of blood, he has automatic his potents in auto successes on all strength actions for that round. So, like, he's probably fine.
His die pool is being reduced by 5, Andrew. Please don't be a party pooper. Let me shine. Okay?
That's
I'm just
fair.
saying, he's a Bruja, and you're trying to grapple somebody. That's like their thing.
Alright, Gaius, your turn.
Alright. So Doranus is ninja. I got this ass.
You can see Doranus, he's just kind of faded out. But both are still visible to you. It is harder to interact with Doranus, but other than that, you can still talk.
Hang on, I gotta look something up. Trying to look up the humors on dementation. So I can shoot.
I'll be right back.
Do you need help at all? I have the page open.
Yeah, I was trying to get to the. Like, I'm trying to get to the page.
Yes, Jude, that's
Yeah.
you keep his humor. That's where it starts. Using level 1, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, 213. You roll manipulation empathy against their road score. And success is intermittent duration. You can choose sanguine, yellow bile, black bile,
damn it. I didn't give them road scores because I didn't think it would come up. Hang on 1 second. Let me write these in before you make your...
Matt, you got.
It's the one thing that doesn't matter.
No. With a Malkavian in the party, it does because he can use this power. You gotta put that for everyone now.
Well, today I learned, okay?
Yeah, well, I learned the hard way too, so don't worry. And Philip was going around using that. I was like, oh shit.
Okay, I have them in. Go ahead.
Alright, so on that Asimite, I'm gonna go ahead and use Incubus Humor, and it's gonna be Black Vibe.
On the invisible one whose name you didn't get? The question mark one? Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and you're using what power again?
Incubus Humor, and it's the Black Bile Humor.
Melancholia. Okay, roll it. DC for that guy is going to be only a 3.
Okay. Ah, weep, little baby. I got
Fuck me.
2 9s and 2 10s.
Melancholia. 3 months? This guy's fucked.
I did that to Andrew too. I think it actually is still on him, his courage or whatever.
Yeah, it is.
You and your dementation, man. Like, I'm over here, like, super courageous because you have inspired me. What'd you do to him?
Yeah, I did. It was the. I used the same power. It was just. I used the. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Sanguine. Sanguinary, which is courage and hope.
No, on this guy, what'd you use on him?
Melancholy. I made him sad.
Okay.
He begins to cry tears of blood that run down his eyes and his face. They're sort of obscuring his vision. It's going to make it more difficult for him to engage in combat. There may be other effects, given that his blood is, well, you know, he's an asthma.
Yes. My Hebrew friend tends to have that effect on most people. Makes them cry everywhere.
He grabs his head. What's going on? As he's crying. Is that your...
Yeah, that'll be my turn for now.
Okay. Titus, Prince Titus is going to engage his potence.
Figures.
And then he's going to roll.
Okay, just recall, he is at 5 dots lower in strength overall.
5 dots lower, but like that doesn't negate his automatic successes from using 1 blood point on his potence, whatever that might be.
I mean, if let's say that he has like 3 strength and he has 2 bones, the operation negates the other 2, like.
No, because what the ability of potence does is it turns them into automatic success. They're just automatic for the whole round. All strength based things, automatic successes equal to your potence.
which is 4 for the record.
Yeah, so he gets 4 automatic successes on all strength-based rolls for this round. Because it's been well.
Okay, now he gets a strength roll. Actually, he's gonna go ahead and heal up to those wounds first. Maybe not that much.
I mean, you did severely penalize him, like 5 dice off of it. I think that's extreme. But...
Yeah, I would have decided differently. I was just going to say, doesn't he need to roll stamina survival to be able to heal during combat? Or we're not using that rule on healing during combat?
That's B20
I've
roll.
never.
That's a
I've never used.
not Dark Age
Okay.
V20. So
Alright.
in Dark Age V20, it doesn't include that line, but in V20 includes you have to roll stamina survival difficulty 8.
I don't know about adding more dice.
I ignored it too, so like it's up to you, man. But
Yeah, I'm gonna ignore it. You can reflexively heal it in Dark Ages. That's the way
Alright.
it works.
No, it's fine. I'm just asking because I'm not up to date with your rules. Everyone has their own house rules, and I need to get used to them. Just trying to decide because elders, man, elders like 6 generations. They can just heal completely in one turn. It's such bullshit. It's such
it's not
bullshit.
bullshit. It's awesome. Like, you're welcome to playing a 6th generation character.
Oh no, yes, but I mean it's like I'm sure you should be playing like not a 6th generation but like an 8th generation rover. Still in my game, just like guns and one turn the guy's dead. So
Like I have never been able to play a 6th generation character from now. I'm storytelling characters this generation. I've never played one, so yeah.
Alright, he breaks free of your tentacle, and then he is going to roll a frenzy for you guys attacking him in his fucking home.
Please give me an excuse to eat you.
To be fair, Holly, if he frenzies, that's not good for you because he ignores wound penalties and probably won't stop till like you're all dead. So
Oh, no. He'll stop before that, because, you know, he'll be dead.
Okay, well, he staves it off for right now. But he turns around and says, Girly, maybe you and I got off on the wrong foot. Why don't we try this again? And you almost feel rather taken by it.
Oh, I assure you, that's not true.
that's presence, isn't that? God
That
damn
is.
it! Oh fuck me, Frida. If I die making a
Oh my god, all of you guys trying to get my pants. No.
The appearance empathy, difficulty equal to your willpower points. Ooh, what's your willpower?
I am actually still at 10.
You can't be at 10.
I believe you let me buy a willpower, and that allows
Oh,
me to
you
stay at 10.
spent experience on it? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it put me back at 10, keeping me in this story for another while, and that's the last time I can do it, you told me. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm at 10.
Alright.
Look, I really like this character, and this story's really dope, and I know that clock's ticking, and I don't want to give it up.
Yeah, the sword's supposed to be lowering her willpower, so, but I guess she's just gonna Alright.
hey, look, I would too if that was the only thing between me and like, you know, character death.
Oh, 'cause he
Right?
doesn't have any empathy. It fails.
Let's not.
Flares his eyes red. He's gonna go ahead and move out of your thing
kind of opportunity.
He needs to beat the contested role to keep the tentacles away from doing that to him. And
Hang on, wait. What do you mean? He beat the rolls to even act normally during the turn. Otherwise, he gets no action.
No. It's like this. The tentacles are grabbing him, so it's like a contested roll for him to get out of the grab. I didn't attack him with bashing. I just held him in place. So
Right. I'm using the rules for hold, and that's on page 347, which states that in order to act on his turn, he makes a resisted roll, and then if he succeeds, he can act. If he doesn't make that roll, he loses his turn. He made the rolls at the very beginning of his turn.
But I haven't. It's a contested roll, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. So I need to roll as well, and try to beat him. And he should be at the difficulty.
You rolled your successes at the beginning. I thought you had 4 on each.
I had 8 total, so he beat
4 on
8.
each.
Okay, even with my lower dice pool, god damn it. Alright.
I mean, again, he gets 4 auto successes from Potens, and then he can blood buff still.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, damn. But alright. Okay. He does what he does.
I told you.
Look, this is like the only thing he's good at, so let him have this. Alright, well, now it's Tyrannus' turn. What is he gonna do? It's gonna take too long to do anything else, so I think he's just gonna bite his tongue and spit at you, bro. Oh, hang on, this is a willpower roll.
Ah.
That doesn't sound. No, that's not good at all, Ollie. That's bad. That's very bad.
Used to living under Roman boot prints. It's fine.
He's spitting at you, and the only vampires who do that are the ones with quietus, and that means he's spitting acid in your face.
Yeah.
Oh, it's somebody.
He'll probably miss.
That doesn't mean he's Azimite. Well, wait, it's the guy.
Does he look like a Samiti?
That's quietus. 2, isn't it? Like a form of it at least.
Could be 2 or 4.
Okay.
Both of them allow you to spit.
Yeah, one is a lot worse than the other, but they're all dangerous.
Yes, I laugh in shadows.
I laugh in Spanish.
Okay, he rolls Dex Athletics to hit. And he does. Okay, he's gonna spray. Okay, so wait. A lone target is successful, spraying multiple targets as a hail of arrows. Oh, okay, 347.
More rules complication.
Yeah.
I know your pain, man. I know your pain.
Multiple of us do. You were not the only storyteller.
Only the storyteller knows how much it hurts. Which is why I have like those cards on my server, so you can just quickly check the spin rolls.
Yeah,
Because
but
of
Dark
them.
Ages V20 changed up some of the powers that were.
Yeah, no,
and it made them more complex. Like, yeah, they work great, but they're like really
paragraphs and roll 4 times to figure out what happens.
Yeah, okay, hang on. As a hail of arrows, but hail of arrows doesn't tell me anything. It just says to make the attack as a dex archery with a difficulty for normal. So from what I can see, it looks like I just make this attack separately on each person with cover, allowing intervening difficulties. That's it.
I think so. Let me Hail of Arrows. Where's Hail of Arrows?
348.
Breaks a normal prohibition against multiple attacks in a turn. Many arrows use archery dodge using multiple action rules. So I guess in this you would substitute
Quietus dodge or something.
or Quietus instead. Yeah, one of those two. Pick one of them. Athletics or Quietus.
I'll go with athletics since the base is based off of that. We'll go off of athletics, and it looks like.
Might be above 10.
Does it add to the DC?
You roll Dex Archery, so in this you're rolling Dex Athletics.
Oh, using the multiple action rules. So yes, each one is going to count as a +1, -1, I think.
Yes.
Okay, so first one is going to be Britta, and then he's going to try to hit Flavius. You just kind of blew in here, and he knew about a portal to the abyss here, so he's thinking this is just a pistol at this point. He's not going to notice you. He's going to instead spit at Gaius and Yanish. Both of you are going to have cover. So that's going to add +1. So he'll start with Britta, and then +1 on Gaius, and then +1 on Yanish. Multiple action penalties. Oh god. Alright, let's do these rolls.
Please
Oh,
say
and
a
it gets
very
hilarious.
low number.
He probably did use celerity, and that's not good for you because it means he's going to get a bunch of actions at the end of the round.
No. We're doing the same house rule that you had. So they
Oh,
count for automatic
there's
successes.
30.
They're adding in because this is a dex check.
I got you.
Okay, first roll on
I like
Britta
that.
is going to hit. Okay, so Britta, you're getting 2 points of acid on you. Then Gaia. Lot of 10s. Okay, Gaius, you're getting hit as.
Your face. Both of you. You guys got squirted in the face.
And for Yanish, we'll have to actually check because his DC is going to be at an 8 plus cover 9. So he's got 1, 2, 3, -1, 2 successes.
He probably has some left over for you. Don't be too jelly over there.
Everybody's getting 2 points.
So are we rolling to dodge this, or?
If you want to use your action to dodge, you can do that. Otherwise, you can declare that you're going to take multiple action.
What kind of damage is it?
Oh, this is aggravated. This is acid. So are people going to take dodges? What are we doing here?
I think I'd like to split my pool and dodge.
Okay.
So that's +1 to your difficulty, -1 to your dice pool. Then your next action, you take +2, -2.
Well, shit, that was a fucking waste.
Yeah. Okay, so you're still getting hit with that. Anybody else dodging?
Nope.
Alright, 2 points of ag to everybody.
with my wound penalty and the -1 for my split action, that means on my turn I'll be having -2 on all my dice rolls. Is that right?
That's correct.
That sucks. Never dodge anything. Always face blast.
Remember, you can deal damage.
Not this.
I can.
You have. Okay, this one is going to move over here. And he's gonna try to stab you, Gaius.
Why's everybody hating on me?
Well, this is the guy you made cry and told him to cry, so he knows who did it.
I mean, that's fair, man.
It's not my fault he's a little bitch.
It is your fault. You specifically made him one.
Ah, fine.
Alright.
You were like, you a bitch. And he's like, I know. And he starts crying. Like yeah.
Alright, and he's at a roll to hit you. Still a really good roll. Like 5 successes on you.
God, what is this?
Well, I mean, look at these dice rolls, dude. They're all on the tab there. You got 7, 9, 7, 10, 9, and 1.
Ugh.
It's just a little knife, so it's...
Well, I do got chainmail and some stamina, so.
Stoke 5 lethal. And then there's a secondary effect, I think, that they...
Hey, storyteller.
Yes, go ahead.
So the Azimite is on my left side. Is it possible I can intercept his attack with my Spatha shield?
I mean, there's not really any rule for that. I can let you take another dodge action if you want. If you want to take a dodge action at an increased DC, I might let you.
Are you asking me or him?
I'm asking you. You're the one that's declaring the action.
Well, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put my shield away to block to protect Gaius.
Okay, did you roll a dodge initially, or did you just take it?
I did not roll a dodge.
What you
Okay.
can allow is so they have the willpower roll to change actions. So you can give him, since he didn't do a dodge, you can give him the willpower roll or spend a willpower point to try and interject himself in place of him.
Yeah, I can see that. I'd be fine with that. Would you prefer to do that with your action?
Sure.
Instead of Gaius taking the hit, he takes it.
Okay, go ahead and spend your willpower point, and the DC to hit you is 7, correct? Because of the shield?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have the shield, and he's got tears in his eyes, so he's only gonna have 3 to hit. Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong roll. Oh, it's still 3. No, it's 4. 9, 10, oh, -1, 3. It's still 3 to hit you. Okay, so the damage roll will be...
At the very least, he should get a chance to try and absorb some of that with the shield, though, since that's what he was doing.
Yeah, what I'm allowing there is that the DC to hit him is going to be increased by the shield value. So
I
that's
got
what... Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. It's 5 lethal on you now. It is lethal, so you can heal it reflexively.
And you can still get stamina, so...
Oh.
And your armor. Don't get your armor, guys?
I've also got fortitude.
Oh, well. Problem solved.
I'm wearing late for the robes. I don't have any armor. Luckily for me, I'm a shadow.
Most things can't affect shadows. So, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
You need, like, supernatural to affect you.
There's like this combo discipline which
How
gives
much-
you, like shadow armor with
How-
fortitude and
How much extra
concentration.
how much extra protection does my armor give me?
You are wearing Roman Legionnaire armor, right?
Yeah.
Whatever they're wearing, that's a type 3, so it's going to give you +3 armor.
Okay. So
So
it's
it's 3 dice there, then your stamina, and then your fortitude.
okay. What's my DC?
DC to soak is 6.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 5.
Okay, you totally soak the damage, and so we won't be making the secondary poison roll. His knife basically goes into your chainmail, does not fully penetrate through. You just feel a little tickle on your. Your go.
My go.
No, Britta's go, and then it's yours.
Okay, I know the prince left, so can I run up and drink his blood?
Wait, the prince. I'm sorry, what?
Well, he left, and I said I wanted to do a bite of opportunity, but you know that's not really a thing in this game, so I wanted to pursue him.
Oh, yeah, you can chase him. Yeah, go ahead.
The other balls are going to step out of their way.
I figured.
Thank you. And now I'm gonna bite him and drain him dry.
Okay, well, first you need to establish a hold, so that's going to be a
No, I don't want to do that.
Okay, well, there's a 2-step process to biting if you don't have a way around it.
Question.
Yes, go ahead.
Can she tackle him? Because that would put him prone, and he should be able to drink from him.
I do have very high strength. If that's something I can do, I'd like to use my strength to my benefit.
Yeah, let me get my binder here. My story tech binder. Now, we'll go first here because
It says in the rules that when you have successfully used clinch, hold, or tackle, you may bite on the next turn. So yes, by the rules, you may tackle and.
All right, let's tackle.
I'm just trying to find the right wall, clinch, disarm, great blow, hold, stick.
Tackle, I've got it. It's on page 348 on the PDF.
Oh,
It's,
reach is dexterity plus athletics, difficulty 7. Also, she gains 2 die because since he's fleeing, she is technically attacking from behind, according to the rules on page 346 on flank and rear attacks, page 346 of the 347 of the PDF. 2 die to her attack tool. Look, the guy's speed at
Are
me.
you serious with this roll? No way. What the hell is wrong?
oh, Jesus.
My turn. Okay, you guys are kind of phasing in and out. It's hard to hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the phone client. It just happens.
I know what I want to do, but I don't think it's going to be very effective. Hmm.
You never know.
Well, what I
Not cool, man.
I want to slap the Azamite.
I mean, you can just slap him. That's a brawl. You want to do that?
Not really.
Sure.
I mean,
Image.
I kind of want to like bitch slap him, but at the same
I mean,
time,
if you wanted to add something to it, don't you have a numbing blow or something like that you could throw on?
yeah. I forget the rules for it, but
You have warrior balloon. Orphean book? No. Orphean below you can put him.
I think I might do that.
Yeah, Morphean below, 2 additional dice in the. Oh no, if you know both. Can you put vampires?
See. Identical to gift of sleep despite the name. Discipline is used in part of combat as a brawl attack. See what gift of sleep says. Gift of
Now, vampires and other undead creatures, or those who are sleepless for whatever reason, are not affected by this power.
Okay. So you have to use Burning Touch, where you grab somebody. You spend a blood point each blood point. That's the one where you reduce their dice.
All right, I grab
Each
it.
blood point you spend is 2 off their dice.
Okay, I'm gonna grab his face.
Okay, Dex brawl roll.
Hmm. And thus, the origin of how the Salubri were cursed. I'm talking about how the Salubri were cursed because I just I bitch slapped an Azamite.
Damn different curses, though. I don't understand.
You don't have to. It might be a little hard to slap him over this shield.
Okay. You're able to grasp him. Go ahead.
Okay, cool.
Question. Do you guys think the players, this guy is 6th gen? Or higher? Or what? The prince, by the way.
Hey Matt, I'm
Go ahead.
gonna use a 4 blood on him.
I'm a dominate.
Okay, this will start rot shriek on him, which is as being burned, which I believe is an 8. I'm just gonna go with 8.
But it also gives him a dice pool penalty because of the ability itself.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the roll before the penalty. Because otherwise you can't resist the rot shriek portion of the power. Might as well just make it up. staves off the rot shrek, but he does take damage from the strain, which I believe is, what is it, 1 per blood spent?
I think it's 2.
No, just 1. It's just 1. Each activation of the power causes 1 level of bashing damage, so he gets 1 damage.
The damage, but like it is a 2.
Yeah, no, the penalty, yeah. No, I understand the penalty. I'm sussing out his damage. Alright, he's just gonna get his armor on this. Can't add anything else. Wait, I said they were lightly armored, didn't I? Yep, alright, gonna take that damage. He'll reflexively heal the bashing, but I'm still gonna hit blood. And he's basically putty in your hands. He writhes in agony while crying his blood all over you. Basically gonna be unable. Do you have anything else to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna say bad.
Bad?
Yeah, like you're being like, bad dog.
Okay, I mean, even bad dog is more insulting than just bad. Bad might prompt a, huh?
Alright, since I'm low on blood, I'm going to envelop him again. Friends, just give him a nice little sort of hug. And I just checked the rules. I just need his gaze. I don't need to have eyes. I'm gonna dominate him. What's the difficulty? This is my time to shine.
What's your generation?
6th.
Okay. He's at a 7.
Alright. Let's see if the patrician can shine now. Manipulation leadership, which gives my character total bonus. So, not I have super.
Wait, hang on. Where are you? Oh, you're
What?
gonna envelop him first? Because
Yes, that's just
you were saying
that's just a
he's
movement.
facing the other direction, so you definitely can't get his eyes if he's facing the other direction.
I just need his gaze, and since I'm on a more boost blob and I'm enveloping him, it's just a movement action.
That's fine.
Yeah, like technically, I can see from everything. It's never clarified, but I technically am a shadow, so I assume that I can contort into like some sort of shape to be able to see his eyes. Alright. Okay, I'm just going to say freeze. I'm robbing this static from Andrew. Yes! Yes!
You're saying freeze? Is that the command you're using, rank 1?
Yes, freeze.
Okay.
Or if I must have an adequate command, just like stop or whatever, because it's Dark Ages. I don't know if anyone knows.
I understand what you're saying. I know what you're communicating, that's fine.
Okay. Alright, 4 successes. He's going to stop the fuck off.
Okay. He was mid-motion before, then Britta had basically fallen over herself to get into range with him. So he was kind of turning abruptly, and now he just freezes suddenly and prays.
You're welcome for the distraction.
I was going to say, welcome, I'm solving a situation which you created. Why the fuck are you attacking this guy?
I'm just moving you guys so that I can put the status thing on it. Yeah.
Oh no, okay, just like, why are you attacking this guy? I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, anything else you're doing? No, you moved and did something.
I cannot do anything else. I'm going to need to feed, and I'm not going to need to feed bad. I might be on self-control rolls already, because, by God, Obteneration is expensive, plot-wise.
What's your blood at?
7.
Out of 30?
Yeah?
Okay, yeah, let's, oh no, we looked this up, didn't we, Andrew? It was based off of, was it your humanity or something?
Self-control.
Oh, self-control?
might say. Actually, it does not venture dignitas.
Gaius, Yanish just valiantly intercepted a blow for you.
My hero. Right. So I can increase my strength 1 blood point per dot, right? Or is it 3 blood points per dot?
Wait, you increase your strength 1 for 1 for 1. I think it's
Always 1 for 1. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna spend 3 blood points and increase my strength by 3.
Okay.
And then pretty much go for this guy's throat with my saber.
Okay. You draw your saber. Go ahead and make your attack. Yanish is grappling with him, so you're going to be at a +1 DC to hit.
Alright, that's going to be strength and melee.
No, it's a dex melee to hit, and then your damage is going to be strength.
Alright.
We're looking for a DC 7.
I got 1 success.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who are you hitting? Duranus or the other?
No, the one that Yanish was grappling.
Okay, then he is completely incapable of doing any kind of dodge. So you hit him. Go ahead and roll your damage. It's going to be just your strength +2 for a saber, I think.
Okay. So it'd be 1d10 plus my strength and the 2, or is it I roll 3d10?
No. Okay, you're going to roll the number of d10 equal to your strength, and then you're going to add 2 more d10 to that number.
Okay, that makes sense. Alright, I roll 2 3s, 4, 5, 4.
Oh, good. Alright, so you go to stab the guy on the ground with Yanish, but Yanish kind of twists a little bit. And so at the last second, you kind of deflect the blow just a little bit to get away from Yanish, and in the process, get the blade tangled in the guy's loose-fitting clothing. Mechanically, you didn't deal any damage to him. You successfully struck him, but no damage.
Damn it, Yanish.
Okay, the prince is going to spend a willpower point to act.
Again, this is dominate, not a presence.
You can willpower through dominate or pretty much anything, is my understanding. But here, I'll look up.
Resistant dominate. Not all are completely defenseless in the face of the vampire's control. The least dominates what other things must do to defend themselves. Mortals dominate, whatever. Vampires. A vampire cannot use dominate on another vampires if the target's generation is lower than theirs. Nature. Target's nature can make controlling and manipulating him easier or harder on a scale of +to -1 to 3 difficulty. You cannot go power out of dominate. This isn't present. He is mine. I had the same thing happen in my game with Andrew as the dominator.
Where are you seeing this?
Here, I'll just copy paste for you. I'm using the site that I told you, the Savant from Archive. I'm just going to post some chat here on general, it's on Discord. Here.
not seeing where it says that you cannot use willpower to escape this. Where?
But the rules that don't say that you can. Just like resisting dominate, that's all it has. I just posted the power. I can open the Dark Ages anniversary if you want me, but you cannot willpower or dominate. He is frozen.
Again, I'm not seeing where any of that says that. Like, where is that text that you cannot willpower out of dominance?
Oh, there's no rule that says that you can't, but there is no rule that you say that you can.
Right, but the willpower is to be construed pretty loosely if you're reading willpower's description here.
I mean, unless you're going to rouse rule, the only factor that willpower has is the difficulty of the roll. Yes, dominate difficulties are equal to.
I'm pretty positive there's a rule that specifically says that you can roll. You can
I'm
spend
pretty sure
willpower
that's
to
for
recovery.
presence. I'm pretty sure that's for presence.
This is a willpower roll is to avoid the vampire's gaze at the very beginning of Dominated Blue. So that's only if you're like trying to actively avoid dominance.
Yeah, there's that, but then I also think you can spend it to like ignore enemies.
Because I used willpower to ignore command one.
Roll willpower difficulty equal to the vampire's manipulation and intimidation. -1 if they're trying to hide your eyes, -2 if they're obscured, -3 not covered. That's the initial roll.
But that's again to avoid the eyes. It doesn't say anything about breaking the dominate once it's on.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he's mine now. Brita, be a good girl and please chop off his legs.
I don't see where you cannot spend willpower on this, and I have always allowed willpower to be spent against dominate. So I don't.
Willpower based.
You're gonna need to provide me something more ironclad than this.
I mean, it's your game, man. I'm not going to contradict you. You're the GM. It's the rule 0. So if you say that he can, he can. That's a huge nerve to dominate, but if you say so, you're the SD.
Well, you're allowed to use it in combat, which, if you remember initially, you said you could not use it in combat. So
I asked, because I think there was a house rule of my previous GM that you could only use the first one, which is what I used anyway.
If it helps you,
Yeah.
when it says in the rules for spending willpower, it specifically talks about using willpower to avoid taking actions that you wouldn't normally take, such as, leaping away from a patch of sunlight through a window that your character wouldn't have been, just reactively reacting to, or preventing a derangement from manifesting and other things. So, it points out how willpower is intended to be used to overcome things that you wouldn't normally do. So, that's the purpose behind it to begin with.
I'm not
Alright.
complaining, man.
he's gonna go ahead and spend the
It's the
willpower.
rule 0. It's rule 0, man.
You guys there?
Yeah, I'm deciding what he's going to try.
Oh, I got you.
Here's a good question. Are you affected by presence still as a shadow?
Yes, I am affected by presence. I'm only not affected by dominate because I don't have eyes, so you can not catch my gaze and no physical damage. I am, however, very vulnerable to fire.
Alright, he's gonna try to stare down the shadow. So difficulty is equal to your wits plus courage.
My wits plus courage is a whooping 7. Sorry, 6. 6. Wits plus courage 6. So,
Okay. You said it was a DC 7?
6.
6? Okay. We have 4. 4 successes on Dread Gaze. You run in abject fear. Okay.
I think I can resist with willpower, which if I can, I'm
Yeah.
going to just
Yes, you can.
just check the power.
Okay, willpower, you can always spend it to act normally for a turn. If you want to spend a die to act normally, yes.
All right. Going to do this. Just
On your turn, though. Don't spend it yet. On your
All
turn, you run, and then each success subtracts from the target's action dice pool for the next turn. So you're at a -4 for next turn.
However, anyone can resist presence by spending 1 willpower and lowering willpower difficulty 8. All right.
That's for the whole scene. If you wanted to
Yeah.
do that, or the willpower point, spending it lets you act normally. So I guess the way it would work is it just lets you spend the willpower point to act normally, and then roll the willpower to see if it's just gone.
All right. Breda, please tackle this asshole down. I'm going to mind rape him.
Sure.
Duramus peers curiously at the shadow for a moment. He sees Britta talking to the shadow, but doesn't understand. He's going to use his celerity, and does anything happen if he moves through you? Does he need to move?
He's going to lose five dice pools because I'm enveloping him.
Right, but then if he just proceeds to move through you, nothing actually happens from the contact, right?
No. Yeah. I'm basically made out of a bit of stuff. Unless he uses fire, then I'm fucked. But on the down, I'm not even there.
Is indeed under. Okay. He is going to get faceted at both of you.
I don't care. I absolutely do not care.
Are you immune to acid? This aggravated damage?
I'm immune to any physical damage for of celebration of
Okay,
fire. I
cool.
cannot ignore any physical damage.
Okay. Let me check the roll real quick. Hmm. 50-50. I'm gonna say he doesn't know that. We'll take a multiple action. Okay, first one's at Britta. We got it looks like 4 to hit Britta, and then to hit the shadow is irrelevant. Okay, he strikes the shadow, but it doesn't do anything. Alright, and he's going to sit out.
Question. Is this the guy that put his hand on me when we got to the Elysium?
Yes, this is the guy.
I'm
Zerana,
going
he
to
introduces.
I'm going to laugh at him.
He again kind of looks strangely at you, as if not quite understanding.
Okay, I apparently cannot dominate this fucker. Britta, please do your job and tackle the prince. I want to mind rape him. I'm going to make him my most trusted slave.
Dude, I want to, but for some reason, I can't move except for every 6 seconds. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I'm trying to force my body to move, but it won't move.
Alright, smartass, take 2 points back.
No, it's because your turn comes before mine.
This guy is crippled. He will try to break out, but I seriously don't think he has the death at this point. Got a total of minus 10. Oh. Alright, all he can do basically is he's gonna get his 2 automatic successes on potent. So can you see 2 successes? Yeah. On what is it, strength brawl?
Yes, sir.
He's got 2 successes, automatic successes to break out of your hold. Are you able to beat that? Go ahead and
Oh, yeah,
on a strength.
Yeah, I can beat that. I have a 9 and a 10.
Okay, 2 is what you need, so that'll work. Britta, it's your go. He's still weeping uncontrollably.
Okay. So, but the prince is next to me, right?
No, the prince has started to run away and has turned to stare down the shadow. Duranas is right next to you. He just spit acid into your face again. And the prince is right here.
You know what? I'm gonna drain Duranas. I'm getting really low on blood and I need to recover. So, I bite him.
You're going to...
Oh, wait, no.
need
If
to
he's
brawl him.
spitting acid at me, maybe I shouldn't drink his blood.
Probably smart.
Yeah.
There is that one combo discipline where if you try to terrorize on somebody, he just turns into acid. It sucks.
You know what? My character has 4 points in and I'm just gonna say she could put 2 and 2 together just like me and be like, you know what? I'm gonna go drink the prince instead.
To be fair, at most, he has the number of blood points per turn he can spend turn into acid, and that's the maximum amount. He's already spent some spraying it out. That's the maximum he can turn in, like, put in your body. You can drink. So you can, like, drain 4 and get 2 points of acid and 2 points of blood.
But I'm mauled, and if I get 2 points of acid, I'm dead. Like, done.
Don't drink acid blood in the middle of combat. Just a general rule.
So, I'm just gonna go drink the prince. So, I guess I'll roll a strength brawl. Strength brawl to tackle him, right?
It is another, yeah, pretty sure it's a strength. Tackle instead of +1, I think. Tackle. athletics. I thought there was a dex in there somewhere.
Oh, okay, right. Alright, cool. Dex athletics.
DC of 7.
Okay, so that's 5 dice minus 2 is 3, DC 7. Okay, what the fuck now? Look at this. This is the third roll that I've failed or botched tonight.
Okay, you did not botch as you got 1 success. So you just again end up in his square.
I can't like spend a blood point or anything to get another success, or there's nothing I can do to.
Not without celerity. Celerity gives you auto success on dexterity check.
What about potence? Like,
That's on strength, so you would need to use strength check.
yeah, but
So
like I want to be so strong that it also makes me more accurate. Okay.
she's lamenting that she's not accurate.
I'm pissed that I haven't gotten to do shit this whole time.
What are you talking about?
Nish, your go again. You're grappling. If you break this, then it's over. So you're gonna have to continue your grapple.
Holly, you started this.
I know, and since then all I've done is botch, 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 botch. It sucks.
It has been a bad night for her, and I am getting all of her good rolls. it seems.
Well, and it's like, on top of that, I'm having to wait half an hour, 45 minutes between turns, and I know I'm just gonna botch again, which blows.
Nish, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Alrighty. Let's see. That's a good question. What am I doing? Did guys take advantage of that?
I'm sorry.
Was there a motion?
Okay, Britta's over there. There's another dude. And...
Look,
Hmm. That's a good question. Okay, I'm gonna ask Gaius, what should we do with him?
Kill it, of course.
Okay,
Eye for an eye, I believe it's called.
this is damn Roman's telling me how to live my Torah. Okay, I'm gonna use the rim of my Roman shield, and I'm going to slam it into this guy's kneecap.
Okay. I guess go ahead and roll it.
Is that melee or brawl?
That'll be a. Ooh. Given the situation, I'm gonna go with brawl.
Okay.
You're in close quarters combat with this guy, and this is in a clinch. So
I have 4 successes.
okay. He's not really gonna be able to dodge. So go ahead and roll damage on it. 3 plus your strength.
Alright. That's 2.
that in bashing damage, and that's going to be 1 point of damage.
Does it hurt worse because I hit him in the kneecap?
No, I just took that to mean flavor. Were you intending to do sort of cold shot that has higher DC and all that sort of? Because at a certain point, you're not clinching him anymore, dude.
I mean, it just made sense in my head.
I mean, I guess crushing his kneecap would make it harder for him to walk, but I don't know how effective that would be on a vampire. Unless you, like, shattered it, and then, like, the kneecap was gone, and there would be no ability to walk.
That was the idea.
I mean, it's a point of bashing damage. It's the kind of thing that a vampire would just reactively heal.
And it's alright.
Okay. Flavia, it's your turn.
Well, I'm going to float over this guy. Oh, sorry, 1 willpower, so I'm 7. I'm going to float over this asshole again, and I'm
Are
going to
you
say,
going to roll your willpower to ignore it for the evening?
no, just for this there.
Okay.
I mean, I don't assume that sorry, question. I don't need to resist future rolls, just that one. It doesn't persist in time, right? Because he's no longer intimidating me. Just like that one. I'm going to do this.
It can be done as an extended action, so let me take a quick look at the description again.
But he was running away. He's running away with her.
He ran, turned, and is staring at you right now, but he has not run since the turn.
Yeah, no, just for this turn. I'm going to float over to him. I'm going to envelop this asshole, and I'm going to say, by Judas, your time on this mortal coil has ended. Have some fucking dignitas and sit down. So, I'm dominating him to sit. Just
Okay.
difficulty 6.
Your previous, okay, but just so you know, your previous command is still in effect. You ignored it for the turn. If you're doing this, you're gonna give him another command beyond free.
Yeah, if he sits down, he's going to be prone, and then Brita can just fight him. I just wait. Yes, thank fucking God, he's prone. I don't care. Fucking asshole. Like, and then I'm just going to say to Brita, by the love of God, cut this asshole's legs. I'm going to mind rape him.
Watch me fall and like just crack my canine.
Holly,
or something on this.
Holly, don't do this to me, okay? I'm already pissed at this
Oh,
fucker.
I'm still gonna do it. I just have to wait.
Yes.
Caius, it's your go. This thing on the ground is just weeping and is really unable to put up much of a defense. It's quite bad.
Yeah, since the sword didn't work, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go classic gladiator. I'm just gonna proceed to stomp on his...
Okay. The sword didn't work the one time. I just want to throw out there, you all know that bashing damage doesn't hurt you very much. You've all been hit.
I can't, like, crush his face with my feet.
You can, but it deals bashing damage, which is half.
Oh, well, that goes against what I want to do. Never mind.
You absolutely can if you have the potent, but I'm guessing you...
No, I don't.
Hold on, there's one maneuver called the Power Strike. Just let me look it up real quickly because I think you can do it.
You mean Great Blow? That just adds like 1
Yeah.
damage.
It increases your difficulty by 1 and gives you a bonus damage dice.
Well,
Yeah. It doesn't change it from bashing to anything else.
Yeah, what I was going for was more like a little lethal thing, but if it doesn't work, I'm not...
You're better off using cutting implements.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go... Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of just try to decapitate this guy.
Oh, okay.
Telling
Hang on.
you is you need to learn how you can crush people's skulls.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Okay, hang on. You're going for actual decapitation? That's gonna be like a targeted shot. Is that where we're going?
Well, yeah, if you still had him grappled, or something like that.
Took pains to make sure that he has the grapple. That's why he gave the Hitler shield attack.
Yeah, so yeah, I'd go for the neck, and try to just cut his head off.
Okay. Here, called shots. Go ahead, Slavey.
Also, are you not going to going to ask everyone if they're entertained. Are you not entertained?
No.
Well, we're not in an arena, so Gaius knows how to get the crowd going. It would be all.
Okay, alternatively, may I suggest you spin the number of your legion? It's 9. 9 is Hispana! 9 is Hispana!
Alright, who's got targeted shots? Who's already looked this up? Because I'm looking. Who's already looked?
Look it up. Alright.
Another rule.
Found it. Here we go. Targeting. Aiming for a specific location increases the difficulty, but may offer advantages or heightened damage dice. One example is a crippled limb. For precise is what. Well, like no. Target size. Okay, the neck is going to be precise.
Yeah, it's mine.
Let's take it to head.
+1.
Yeah, what you can do, so you know how, like, in the modern world, if someone shoots at a vampire's head, it changes to lethal damage?
Yeah, no, it should be ag if he's doing it with cutting the net off. That should be ag.
Yeah, you can change it where, like, it looks like that, where you can't soak it.
Alright, let's go with a precise. It's going to be at the neck, so it's at a +3 difficulty. It's going to deal ag damage. It's going to deal it at +2, and his armor isn't going to apply as he's not applying it to his neck. Don't forget, you can spend willpower.
What would spending willpower do
It
specifically?
gives you an automatic success on whatever it is that you're trying to do.
That's just one willpower?
It's 1 to succeed on one roll, so it will give you a nominal success of 1 die.
Dennis the Menace movie where he dropped the denture and put the chiclet gum in there instead, and he put that in, his teeth are all like fucking huge.
Really hoping that's not related. So, anyways, go ahead and make your attack roll at a +3 DC.
Oh, did I have my thing on this whole time?
You did.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you spending a willpower?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend the willpower for the attack roll.
Okay, it'll hit, and then go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, I was looking at stupid memes online. Picture of Steve Harvey with like giant fucking teeth for some reason. And we immediately thought of that dumb like Dennis the Menace movie from the 90s.
I saw that shit in theaters.
Yeah, and like where that gag where Dennis the Menace drops his denture and then like replaces the little thing he comes out with like chicken gum.
Alright, so it's at a DC of 9, and then you've got 110 in there, plus a willpower success, so 3 successes. So go ahead and roll damage. It's going to be your strength, +2, plus another 2 for your saber, plus another 2 for the targeted shot. So it's +6. So strength +6.
Oh, okay. So that means I gotta roll.
So 6d10 plus your strength in d10.
Right, that's what I had. So it'd be 11. So I rolled 7 already. So I'll roll 4 more. Yeah.
Wait. No. That 7 you rolled was to hit. Now you're rolling your damage, so you roll another 7.
Oh shit. Well, if it was to hit, then because I spent the willpower, I thought.
Yes, so you get additional success on that willpower. So you
Okay.
have
Okay, I see what you're saying.
3.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
So spending the willpower is more to guarantee that you don't miss in a situation like this where it's heightened.
It also makes it so that no matter what you succeed, because when you spend willpower, you get 1% guaranteed regardless.
Which ensures that you cannot botch.
Not just that, like that one success cannot be canceled. So like you succeed at least marginally, no matter what.
Okay, so
I see 7 successes.
yeah.
Okay, it's aggravated and no armor, so he can't use the stamina. Does he have any fortitude? I don't think he did. No, he doesn't have fortitude. Okay. Alright, he's going to auto-soak 3 of those and take 4 points of aggravated damage, which kills him. Alright, so what you do is you put your blade on his throat, and then you come down on the blade with your knee, sinking it deep through his fortified flesh, cutting all the way through, and as the head separates from the body, actually, he wouldn't ash. He simply remains inert as a corpse with Vitae leaking all over the ground.
Yeah, Gaius would just kind of like pick up his head and toss it towards the prince. Because he's an asshole like that.
Prince is way far away and has way bigger problems.
Yeah.
So you toss it into a pit of shadowy arms. Alright, next up is the Prince's turn. He will spend another willpower point to ignore it for 1 rest. And he's going to break his gaze on you and I keep grabbing the wrong one. Shit, what can we do now? He does something you are not able to. It's imperceptible. This is Duran. Let's see if he notices the head that just got rolled over here.
I'm sorry. Did Prince move?
He did. He moved and he used an action, but the action has no perceptible thing that you can see. Mental.
He will be unable to move. His movement action should be to stand up. He was prone. Sorry, I was just checking something else and I missed that. I told him
Wait, he
to
was prone?
just
Okay, whoops.
Yep.
He spent a willpower to ignore it, but he wasn't. Wait, was he prone? Did Britta manage to knock him out?
No. If I told him to sit, then he would be prone. His movement action should be to stand up. Even if he spent
Right. Wait,
a willpower to resist the need to keep sitting down, he would be standing up. That's the rules.
What? Willpower allows you to ignore it for that turn. Why would he need to sit down and then be unable to stand up?
I mean, the way that you described it, the action happened, and then he rolled to resist. So I imagine he's resisting the urge to keep sitting down.
He didn't resist at all. He took your command, and then he's going to sit down on his turn. He can't sit down because he spends a willpower, or rather,
Okay.
doesn't sit down because he spends a willpower.
Alright.
There was no resisted roll at all.
Oh, okay. Got it. He's at 5 willpower. Alright.
Yep. Okay, so he
attack him?
Yeah, they can attack him.
Yeah, okay.
They haven't been doing much of anything else, so yeah.
Okay, he only had 5, so. So 2 successes. So actually 1 success. Yeah. And the second one, 3 successes.
Wait, 3 successes. You have a 9 minus 1. Oh, 2 successes with a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right. Okay. Okay, what kind of damage does that deal?
Nothing. Just bashing. 5 total. Let me roll. So a 3 bashing, which is equal to 1, and the second one is 1 bashing. So 1 bashing, it is so 3 and 1.
Okay, 3 bashing and 1 bashing? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so first one. Ooh, hold on. Oh, wait. Does he incur a penalty by being in these arms?
No. Not in Dark Ages.
No dice penalty? Okay, damn.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's a multiple attacker penalty. So,
Oh, yeah.
like each arm counts as 1.
Okay, he's got 2 arms on him, right?
So every
Yes.
opponent after 2 counts as a +1 difficulty up to 9. It can't go above. It can't go to 10 for some reason. It just stays at 9.
Okay, so nothing there. Got. Okay, he barely manages to soak.
Yeah, arms will get this.
Oh wait, he's in frenzy. No, he's just gonna roll up here. It's his turn. Frodo, your turn.
Alright, so let's try this one more time. That Spiritus, where I can give myself +2 on a skill, does that take my whole turn to do, or is it instant?
Yes, no, it takes your turn. Unless it says it's like reflexive or something like that.
I don't know.
Let me look it up.
So,
Spiritus, I'm pretty sure Spiritus is it's not gonna be reflexive. When you say +2 to everything, are you talking about touch as an item or summon spirit beast?
I think I just want to give myself +2 to my athletics.
That's gonna be spirit beast. No, aspect of beast. Yeah, draw part of animal into yourself. That is. Yeah, that's gonna be an act.
Man, my disciplines are not super helpful. Alright.
They're great for buffing.
Yeah, that requires forethought, and I am not Batman. So I run up and try to. Is he already sitting down or he's standing?
He is still standing. He's just been ignoring these commands by spending his willpower. But eventually, he's going to have to sit and, well, just sit.
Well, I attempt to crash him to the ground so I can drain him dry. So that's another Dex Athletics with a -2 for movement.
Okay, are you trying to tackle him, or do you want to sweep, or do something else? Because what you're describing, or are you doing another tackle?
Yeah, that's kind of what works best for me with my opponents. Is there a way I
No,
can
it doesn't.
skip Dex at
That's
all?
a Dex Athletics check.
Well, I thought that was the best one I could do. Is there something I can do to just use my strength? Because of course I prefer that.
Yeah, just grab him. You don't have to tackle him. Tackle him gives him a knockdown, but you don't need to tackle him to just,
Well,
like,
then,
grab him.
yeah, if I can just use my strength to grab him, of course I'm going to do that. Okay, so that's 6 minus my 2 wound penalties. 3 plus whatever I get on this roll, assuming it's not 4 ones. Damn near, but I made it.
Okay, so what do we have? We have 3 automatic successes and then 2 more. So you do strength damage.
And again, my intention.
On subsequent turns, when you've got one of these maneuvers done, you can bite. So go ahead and roll your strength.
So, with 5 successes, I roll my strength plus 4, which is a total of 8d10. Do I apply the wound penalties to this?
Yeah, I think you still apply the wound penalties. But don't forget that the strength rolls, the potency applies for the whole round. So 3 damage on that.
Okay, so 6d10 plus 3 successes. Cool. So 8 points of damage.
What penalties does he still have on him from Obtenebrate, if any? Does he still have any? Flavius, does the prince have any obtenebration penalties on him right now?
No, I'm not towering over him, so. No.
Okay, and you had how many for that? You said 8?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. What the fuck?
Holy fuck. Wow, that's a lot of pets.
Dude, I'm like
This is
first.
bullshit.
Well, I mean, he can only use his fucking willpower so long. I'm going to keep chasing and dominating the asshole.
Yeah, this is a lost cause for him at this point unless he figures something out quick because yes, in 4 turns he's done and he's done permanently.
I don't understand. I was looking away. What happened?
He rolled his roll and he got 3 10s on his roll.
Okay, 3 10s, a 9, an 8, and a 6. I have 1 1 to mitigate that, but he just has an insane. I've just been rolling insane all evening, and I'm kind of pissed off because I don't like doing this as a DM. I'd rather have this on a plane.
I mean, don't worry. The more willpower he spends, the easier it's going to be for me to rewrite his entire fucking life. He's going to be the most devoted servant of Flavius that ever existed, or ever will exist.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so soaks, but you are clinching him, so things will get nasty next turn. Yanish, the guy you were grappling has just suddenly been decapitated by Gaius, and now there is a very pissed off, ghastly looking figure in front of you, eyes blazing with fingers elongated into long nail claws. What do?
You know what that does, man. You saw me do it. It hurt.
I trim his claws.
Pulls out a nail clipper.
He was going to use you as a scratching post, so hopefully that'll suffice.
Yeah, we'll see about that. It's time for Gladius. Oh wow. I got 2 10s. That is 5 successes.
Okay, he's not even attempting to dodge.
Good. You don't need to. Oh wow. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage from my Gladius.
Okay. You had 5?
Yes.
You stab your Gladius into the figure, and he walks down to the hilt of it and stares you down in the.
Oh, just like the Uruk-hai.
Yeah, frenzy just is just wonderful.
Alright, Flavius, your turn.
All right, so I'm going to go over him and try to envelop him and not Rita, so he has 5 less die. Would you say that he's festival of Forgetful Mind? Because
What do you mean
he's
passable of?
yeah, yes, I want to Forgetful Mind his entire life. I need 5 successes.
Oh, can you use it now is what you're asking. Let's see.
Yes. V20 has a rule that I need to take some time with him. D20 doesn't. So I'm asking because he's been held down and he's already under the compulsion to sit down, and he has 5 die penalties. Plus his 1 penalties plus Brita holding him.
Okay, here's what I can let happen. You can do it, but this is in combat, and so if you're not doing it over an extended roll a number of turns, it's going to have to be very brief. Sort of the examples that they give here. Like a single sentence. You returned home from Mass in the company of your wife. Did your chores, retired a bit early. If you want to unwrite or rewrite this guy's entire life, you're willing to take an extended amount of time. But if you just want to give him a quick sentence like any other command, you can certainly do it.
So it's going to take a lot of time. So, Brenda, can you hold him in place?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna make him my slave.
Okay.
His willpower is at 4 now, right?
Yes.
All right. It's my time to shine. Come on, Flavius. With subterfuge, which brings it to 7. Come on, difficulty 4. You can do this. I'm gonna expend 1 willpower so I have 1 success. I need 5. Come on. Yes! Yes! I rewind his entire fucking life.
Okay.
Fuck you.
As an
Fuck
extended
you,
roll, so
fucking
you're
asshole.
going to need to hold him there while you talk to him.
No, yeah, I'm just getting to his mind and I'm altering his memory. So slowly but surely, he's been corrupted into following the glory of Rome. And by glory of Rome, I mean myself. And
You can reconstruct a period of his life. What period are you wanting to reconstruct?
Oh yeah, I just strolled into town and he was going to, as people should.
you're reconstructing what period? This scene right here.
This entire night, I just strolled into town and I convinced him it is his life's duty to follow me. I appealed to the better sense of self. I appealed to Rome. I appealed to Kirianos, the very essence of the state of Rome, which I'm named after. And he decided to be my follower, my most trusted follower. And I'm of course going to be bloodbound in him. But one step.
Okay. Well, you're not going to be able to get him to be an instant follower. He's still subject to his nature and demeanor. However, your alterations do take root, and so what happens is he looks around confused.
So he is under my power now, please.
He's not under your power. He thinks you're his friend, and that you've convinced him to treat you as, as a superior for tonight. For whatever reason, he's going to rationalize it. But he's now looking around, confused because he's being held by a woman, and you're a shadow.
I mean, the idea is I'm going to say that he should calm down. He was possessed by the evil demon. Quick, drink from my wrist, so I can finally take you away from the claws of eternal damnation.
Okay, well, he does still know what a blood bond is. You can make that roll if you want. It's a manipulation subterfuge, but that's going to add to the DC if you want to throw the blood bond part in there.
I mean, I just rewrote his memory. He wants to follow me. I got 5 successes. He thinks I'm the world. I am the Messiah. I am the glorious Messiah. So what's the difficulty for a manipulation subterfuge roll?
Okay, if you're throwing in there that he needs to immediately drink your blood to escape some sort of possession, it's gonna be a 7, buddy.
All right. Oh, it's fine. I'm going to spend 1 willpower for this. Manipulation. 1 willpower for this plus. Oh, he believes me. He fucking believes me. 5 successes. I am an excellent liar.
Doesn't he oppose it with his?
No. I mean, unless you tell me him to, but I don't see why it would be a contested or I'm lying to him.
The issue is where you tell him that drinking your blood, is going to somehow cure him of anything, seeing as how vampires know that's not how it works.
I just migrated him. I literally rewrote his entire night. He believes I am the Messiah. I got 5 successes. He really likes me. Likes me.
He does like you, but vampires don't just go doing that. Now hang on, how many successes did you get?
He
5.
like you, but he's still a terrible person.
It does say you can rewrite entire portions of their life. You can make it where he can implant the memory in this guy's life that he's been there through his entire life and has been his best friend the entire time.
But you can't change who he is beyond that. So if he would fuck over a friend in an instant, then it doesn't really help if you're his friend, right?
I didn't rewrite him as a friend. I wrote him as my most defaulted follower. I own him. He is mine. I have a slave.
Well,
finally,
it's more that you rewrite his memory so that he has always been like that. He can't change his emotions with it, but you can change.
Oh, sure.
And moreover, again, you did this in a small span of time. If you want to rewrite it more completely, you will need to sit there with him. But in this small 6-second period of time, what you've told him entitles him to an opposed role. Do you want to sit here and continue rewriting with? Because again, you have to tell him the truth. So you're just saying, I blew into town, you're my most devoted follower in a single night, I appealed to Rome, which he didn't really care about to begin with. Like, you're telling him things that provide a bit of inconsistency. If you want to get more specific with it, you can do that. But then, that's what I expect.
default servant. I mean, he might not like it, but he has always been. I rewrote his life, so he has always followed me. I don't fucking care about his previous life. I can honestly do away with everything. I just want to mind rape him. I'm a simple man. I want slaves. That's all. I want to mind rape this fucker. That's a new sentence, I suppose. I'm a simple man. I just want to mind rape him.
So I had to roll against sevens to do it. So 7, 7, 7.
DC of 7, basically. So yeah, your difficulty is.
I have 3 successes.
Oh, okay. All right. He also begins weeping blood, although he's not really taken by the melancholy of it. He's weeping involuntarily, but his body language doesn't say that he's sad. He's still in a frenzy. But he is crying blood, so that's going to get in the way of his attempt.
Awesome.
Do anything else?
I don't really think there's much else I can do.
You could step back out of this guy's reach if you want.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Prince is going to be off combat time at this point. He's just going to address Flavius and be like,
No, I
What?
need him. I've been waiting my 6 seconds to bite this guy.
it's his turn. Before yours.
Like, Rita, are you simple? I told you to release him.
But she wants to eat.
Yes, but that's no longer necessary because he's no longer in the sway of the demon. So if you could please release your lifelong friend, just for once, be reasonable.
Alright, we're going to have to cut it off here, guys. It's getting really late, unfortunately. So, will this stuff persist, the turn order? Next.
Yes, it does.
Okay, we'll wrap it up at the end of that. Then the prince is pretty much off the combat time, and all you have to deal with is now the Athamites. Provided you two separate groups don't make too much noise and alert the other party to what is going.
As far as the guy is concerned, I wrote the other guy as an enemy. I'm just going to keep him dominated if someone doesn't try to hit him first. Look, Rita, think about this. Don't you want a Broja that can just pull a card with you on top of it, and you don't need to sully your pretty little feet on the wet Britain soil? Come on.
I am a Britain woman. I never shy away from feats of strength.
You wouldn't say Britain. Britain was the whole different. The Britain people were completely different.
I think it was like Albion or something like that back.
Yeah, like the Romans called.
That's the people. That's
I
the
am a
people in the
druid.
South. Yeah, the people in the South that you probably look down on for serving the Romans. Those are the ones you call Britons.
Here's the thing. I don't think that Brita would have a sense of nation with the whole tribes. Like they weren't unified as the Romans were. That is the reason why the Romans were able to capture so much shit. But
Okay. Let's just real quick, because I know people are they're gonna need to go
Alright.
soon. 7 experience for the party. Everyone can restore 2 will.
Alright. 7, which
Okay,
is going
now
to go
what?
to.
Okay, can you add that to my character sheet?
Yeah.
Alright.
ahead and spend the 10 and buy that dot and post posts.
Okay, is that in clan for you?
No, that's why I think it was 10.
Oh, it's physical. Yeah, you can have. Alright, anybody else?
Yeah.
No, that's just what we say. I'm bringing my PDF and I'm going to send it to you, my latest.
Alright, well, I didn't really know how this combat was going to go, but it looks like it's going in y'all's way, so hey, you guys might have League of Alum and a cool.
Wonderful. I mean, we still need to capture the Toreador and the Gangrel, so.
Well,
what?
That's going to be pretty easy if you have the Prince dominated and not dead.
Oh yeah, no. Prince is my #1 servant. He when I'm done with him, he will have no purpose in life other than give his life to me.
I mean,
That's
Oh,
it's
you're
come
saying
time for
I
him to
can eat him, I
report
just
you
can't
to,
eat him right
you know,
now?
You're
Okay, well, we can negotiate on
Look.
time frame now.
Look, Britta. I can literally make him embrace people until his immunity is low. Then you can eat them all. I don't care. Like you can get bonus out of the wazoo. And get your trolleys. I just want things. I have said this many times. That is it, guys. It's nearly 2 a.m. here. I'm super tired. I'm just going to go to sleep. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.